What a day, what a day. No, not gonna work. Try that again. Come on. Andreas, hello, how's it going? How are you doing? I'm in Auckland, New Zealand. Oh. Welcome to the live. Okay. I've got you guys hooked up to my chest mount. Thought we could try this out for today, and then I can switch to my selfie stick when I need to. So welcome everyone, welcome to another live stream with yours truly, Cliff Creates, from Auckland, New Zealand. I'm an IRL live streamer from Auckland, and basically my streams are about IRL, how to IRL different types of gear. I travel, and I've just recently come back from a trip to Seoul in South Korea. If you want to check out my YouTube, that's where you can find videos on all the different types of gear that I use. I'm just trying to sort out my Stream Deck. Streamer recently rolled out an update, and I don't know, so far not a fan. It keeps logging me out. Thing is, they say that it's going to be buggy, so why roll the update out if it's going to be buggy? That's what it looks like now. Can't say I'm a fan of the visual look either. I think what they had before was just fine, it worked. Okay. Anyway, as you can see, another very nice day. Pretty awful. Pretty awful. But one of the things I like about IRL is it gets me out of the house. And I want to go for a walk. So I'm going to brave the weather. As bad as it is, hopefully it doesn't get any worse. And then stop somewhere for coffee. That's the plan. If you know anything about IRL, I've only got one connection, so we're not bonding today. Still haven't sorted out the other SIM card. Try and do that this weekend. Building the first Belabox. Today I am. I've got my orange Pi 5 Plus in the bag, and my camera is the DJi Action 4. That's the setup for today. Whew. How's the Belabox build going? What are you up to so far? Excuse me. Again. How's it going? How you doing? Yeah, awful way. My shoes feel a bit soggy. I found my socks all squishy. But I just want to get out. Get some fresh, double quotation marks, here. On this little walk we're going to do. Absolutely terrible. Ooh. Oh yeah, details of my gear. They're going to be in the YouTube live description if you want to have a look. If I make any changes, I'll update the YouTube live description after. But it should be about right. Oh really? Saturday? Oh, okay. How about that? Well, Friday's my normal streaming day. That's why I'm braving the weather today. I'm thinking of increasing the number of days that I stream, just because of how inactive I am when I'm at home in the office. It's one of the good things about that trip, you know, we're out every day, getting about 10,000 plus steps. Oh, Monox. Hello, how's it going? Yes, that's your LA suit right now? Oh, okay. Oh, good luck with that, Andreas. Are you doing a self-hosted one? Or are you going for a service like Belabox Cloud? Comments. Do you have a solution on iOS that allows easy multi-stream in different formats? Like Stream Elements Live, but on iOS. Well, what I would do is I would use Moblin, fantastic app on iOS, and then I'd stream back to my computer at home, which is what I do. I have that set up, not using it today. Today we're using a Belabox. And oh right, multi-streaming. So you could. So there's something that you can do on a desktop that aren't yet on mobile. They're coming slowly. Wind is pretty insane, and only hanger. Oh, okay. It's not too bad here in the city. Give it time, I'm sure it'll get pretty bad here too. I think the buildings break up the wind, but hopefully it gets better for you. Yeah. Trying to do your own with a virtual machine. Okay. Have you looked into Dockers? That seems to be the popular thing right now. With a virtual machine, you're basically, I mean, it's been a while since I've played around with them, basically setting up a separate computer on your computer. And when you do that, you've got the operating system, its requirements, its own resources and everything. Whereas a Docker just gives you what you need. So it's a little bit easier. Easier on your computer. Oh, there's a walkway. Looks like a ghost town. You mean Auckland City or Anyanga? Well, I don't blame anyone for not wanting to be out today if you're here in Auckland. Stay home. Night. Yeah, might. Stay home. But be a madman to go out on this. Oh, Docker. Docker. With an O. Ah! Docker. Autocorrect. Ooh. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Standardized executable general software that packages up code and all its dependencies so application runs quickly and reliably from one computing environment to another. Indeed. Good weather for a job? Maybe. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, look into it. A lot of the newer downloads on GitHub and stuff, they're coming with Dockers or instructions to install as a Docker. But I know of it, but I haven't done it myself, so I can't really comment on it. But that seems to be the trend, what people are doing. Sure, good old Google or AI will be able to list off the differences. VM, virtual machine versus Docker. Yeah, have a look. You might be able to find a Docker just for an SRTLA relay server. But probably if you're wanting to combine multiple things, then maybe that's where you might want to do a virtual machine. I'm sure there's a use case for either or. Sounds like you're pretty tech savvy, so I'm sure you'll know what to do. Good luck! Good luck. Let's see. Did I miss any questions? Oh, right. So back to multi-stream in different formats like Stream Elements Live. Let's see. If you're just wanting to use one app, you could use Streamlabs Mobile. It has multi-streaming built into it, and they have their own overlays and things, so you could go with that. They have disconnect protection, multi-streaming. It's all built into the one app. There are limitations, as with anything, I guess. And if you wanted to unlock the features, so you could use it as many times as you want, then they have a subscription. But if you're only going to do 1 or 2 a month, then it's actually a pretty decent option. I mean, 1 or 2 IRL live streams a month. Nice view, by the way, very smooth walking here. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the DJi Action 4 is our camera, and the stabilization on it's really solid. Nice and wide too. It could be wider. I like the look of this setting. It's not too crazy. Let's see, HPX, hello, how's it going? If you could go back and do it all over Moblin or Belabox, well, that's interesting, because Belabox has been around longer. It would depend when I was going to get into this. So when I first got into this, there was no Moblin. If I was to do this now, I suppose it depends on your funds. What I love about phone streaming is basically you got everything there. You know, you got a phone, you could stream with just that and Moblin. You're good to go. So all you need is a fairly recent iPhone. My phone is the iPhone 11 and it does great. Starting to notice can't quite do some of the advanced features that are available in Moblin. Like we're reaching its limits for old iPhone 11. Otherwise, it's actually pretty decent, you know? Yeah, but I mean iPhone 11, good to go. With the Belabox, you have to build all the parts. you can't stream until you got the encoder. Once you got the encoder, you need a camera. And you can send the video from your phone into the Belabox. Jenny would want something a little bit nicer. Well, separate from a phone, you know. Yeah, so with the Belabox, let's see. You need encoder, batteries, camera, maybe microphone. What features? Features? Depends what you mean by features. Like for me, I want to be able to stream in 1080p 30. If I can do that, I'm good. Good stabilization. Most phones have pretty decent stabilization. Good audio, which you can get with an external mic, but no, you can do okay with like internal audio. Oh yeah. I'll show this off. That's what I've got off the top of my head. HBX. So you've got it about 90% done on your Belabox. Sweet. If I was going to spend $1,000 on a phone, might as well get a camera and stuff as well. Fair enough. Yeah, I think the downside I've noticed with the Belabox or IRL backpack is usually all your components are separate. Just means there's more ways for you to have technical issues, like a loose cable, generally insufficient battery, which I suppose that can be on both. Yeah, so if you've got all your stuff is not properly secured and one of your cables comes loose, then blip, it's your stream over. You have to try and reconnect it or find out what's wrong. Maybe you need a new cable and you have to get a replacement for that. So run into your local shop if they've got one. But because phones, everything's internal and they've managed to squeeze it all into your phone, all those bits and bobs that would be separate with the Belabox. And it's less likely to have the same kind of issues. But yeah, it absolutely takes time and stuff to get all the parts in DIY. Yeah, up until a couple of months ago, I'd been sitting on my parts of my Belabox for maybe a year. I had the camera first. It's a bit silly. I had the camera and then this took me a lot longer to get around to the encoder. And, thanks to Midnight4D, he gifted me his one, his Orange Pi 5 Plus, and then we're all go. Again, I haven't had the Bella for very long, so I'm still playing around with it, still experimenting. Okay, features from Moblin your iPhone 11 can't run. And what features from Moblin iPhone 11 can't run? Oh, okay, right. For example, if I try and bring my video footage from my DJi Action 4 into my iPhone 11, it can do that. But I know with more processing power it would be better. Or maybe the thing I notice the most is when I'm trying to screen share gameplay So let's say I want to bring up Pokemon Go, play Pokemon Go on the iPhone, and stream with Moblin on the iPhone as well. Then that's quite a lot of work for the iPhone 11 to try and do, you know. So some of these newer features, you know, they're just not. What's the word? Well, they just work better on a more powerful iPhone, that's what I mean. Install all components on a secure enclosure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's just the thing, you know, you have to do that. And it's different for everybody. There's no sort of consistency here. So wouldn't it be great if you just buy something? Like, you know, Apple TV, you just go in and buy Apple TV and everything's just there. Good to go. But rather than Apple TV, there's an IRL streaming kit thing that doesn't cost $1 billion. But it's very DIY, Belabox. You know, you have to buy the encoder, and maybe depending on the encoder, you might have to get a video card. Orange 5 Plus you don't need to, but some you do. Then you need the cable from the encoder to your camera, so you need to make sure that they're secure and they don't pop out. Also, you need to power the encoder. Would that be with a USB-C? And you know, if that pops out, then that's your stream done. Lots of little things like that. I've got to grid it. Oh, yep. Keep it all together. Wait, is this K Road? It was. Here we are, we're doing like a little mini tour of Auckland. This is one of the walks that I do in the city. You know, get a little bit of a hill, get to walk right around the edge, the perimeter almost. A further walk would be to go along Ponsonby, which I've done. And maybe we could do that again. Maybe in slightly nicer weather. Let me move. Cool. This is me trying to relive some of the walking I did around Seoul, except I'm very familiar with all this. Is that lady dressed like Squid Games? Got green track clothes on. So Squid Games, eh? I go Squid Game party. This is, but it's like $1,000 for yeah. The live here, they've got the hardware, but also a monthly ongoing cost. Yeah, I know the live view. I would love to play around with one. There's quite a few IRL kits that I'd like to, you know, experiment with, you know, to give you an honest opinion on, that kind of thing. I know of a London streamer who has jumped between the live view Belabox, earlier one. I think he had all of the Belabox, the actual hardware that they came out with. It's called the B. I think it's called the B, yeah. So he had the B, he had the Jetson Nano, and last I recall, he was on a Live View Solo Pro. Just some pretty serious money. Shout out to Poultry in Motion. think if you're getting into the Belabox, Orange Pi 5 Plus is pretty solid. So I've played with a couple of jets and nanos and they all had the same sort of issues, mainly with power. So they're really particular about their power needs and they would shut off easily. So you'd be streaming and it'll just turn off. And then you'd be able to get up and go again, then turn off again. So if you're going to get into Belabox, Orange Pi 5 Plus is good. You can find one. I was stuff for a while. How much equipment has gone down? Yeah, most of it was upkeep and monthly fees. I think the team at Belabox really paved the way for everyone. Like, I don't think there'd be a Moblin without Belabox. Well, maybe. But it wouldn't be as good without Belabox. I believe one of the goals was to bring the cost down because IRL backpacks, and if you were to get everything in the cloud, could be like $100 a month. And it's really hard for a lot of people. A lot to ask. But I'm sure it probably does cost a bit in server costs, so maybe that's why. I'm going to try the Rexa. Oh, okay, nice. It's coming from China. Ooh. Where are you based? Are you in the US? Tariffs would be a lot, eh? Do you have an Osmo Pocket 3? I do not yet. Why are you holding it in hand? That's secure? Oh, okay, so I'm using the DJi Action 4. That is my streaming camera. And it is good. It's mainly a daytime camera. Once you start getting to low light, you'll notice the light in the background will start shaking. So you need some kind of stabilization to avoid that. And that's what the Pocket 3 has. That's a gimbal stabilization. So my Action 4 is connected to my chest via a chest mount. So my left hand I have my umbrella, I don't know if you can see that, and my right hand I'm holding my phone. I can see chat. 5P Plus super solid, okay. Now let's see. I know they have two models, one which has HDMI ports and the other one which does not. Does the 5B include HDMI ports? Or was it the purely wireless one? Yeah, I know of a guy who has, I think he's got all of them. He's got all the encoders. HPX, I stole FOMO. I wonder if I should have just bought an iPhone 15, 16. Though, hello. And Moblin call it a day. Yeah. Well, I would say if you're going to get an iPhone, a Pro Max would be the way to go. Those, they're not cheap, but everyone I know who has streamed with the Pro Max, it's been pretty smooth. I know a friend of the channel, he's got a 14 Pro Max, another one has a 16 I think, and it just runs real smoothly on the Pro Max compared to the base models like what I have. I mean, you can run it off the base models like I'm doing. Greetings from Mexico, greetings from Auckland. Hopefully you got really nice weather over there, not like this. The 5B Plus is the one with the HDMI in. Okay, got it, thank you. 5B without, but it is smaller. Got it. Okay. I like using my gear wirelessly, so like right now, I've got my DJi Action 4 streaming wirelessly to my Belabox. I'm not good with cables. I get tangled up and end up tugging it and all my gear falls over. I know the quality is better and the connectivity, it's got everything connected via cables, less interference, you know, but I suppose it depends. Ice skating rink is back. They play copyrighted music again, so there we go. Whole stream would be muted, we'll get into trouble with the YouTube gods. Am I using the RTMP server from Moblin to restream? I'm using RTMP server from Moblin to stream into Moblin right now. So right now I'm using the Belabox. To do that, you need to open up the Memo app, connect it to the Wi-Fi, you need a Wi-Fi adapter or something in the Belabox, and then stream to that. So that's how I am currently streaming. When I use my iPhone, similar process. So I use my S23 Ultra as my hotspot, and then it goes, and my iPhone is connected to an S23 Ultra to provide it with internet. It'd be a lot easier if I had like a little diagram I could show you. Beast Car 45. Hello, how's it going? I'm great, thank you. How are you? HPX. So you're doing Action 4, Belabox RTMP. So Belabox RTMP. Okay, let me see. So Action 4 RTMP into Orange Pi 5 Plus with Belabox. Belabox to Belabox Cloud to my home computer. And I have a video on YouTube on how I've set that up. So very little difference. Oh, except for the Action 4 button. So all my Action 4 content. There's still some I need to add. Oh yeah, cool. Let's see, are you being running off Pocket 4S? Internal battery? External power. Right, so for the DJi Action 4, I do have a cable connected to to my Anchor 250 watt battery bank, which is in my bag. I will let's see, should I go to Starbucks, sit down, have a coffee, sit down and show you there. I'm thinking that Starbucks in the city, this one might be playing music. The other one at the bottom is a little bit better. Okay, perhaps we'll have a little look-see.
Okay. What time tomorrow?
So I basically just need to sit down somewhere if I can show you. The DJi Action 4 can last around 2 hours to 2.5 hours with its own internal power. The battery that I have for it is a 1700 mAh battery. And when I have a power supply hooked up to it, like a 10,000 mAh battery, that generally gives me like all day streaming for the Action 4. So you don't need that much to power the Action 4. Most of my streams, like today, about 2-3 hours, not very long. And then maybe the longest up to 7.5, like when I was in Seoul. When I was there I had some all-day streams. It's a lot of rain. It doesn't look cheaper. No, I definitely agree. A lot of rain. This is not the best time of year to come visit. So if you want to visit Auckland in good weather, I would say December to March. The odds of nice weather, that summer for us, are better. But Auckland is a pretty rainy place. Gotcha. Alright. So we'll head down towards Starbucks. Larkin 2. I haven't, or have I? Just trying to recall. So what I like about my current setup is the mic mini or the mic 2, both of which I have. They can connect to the Action 4 directly, so there's no desync. Whereas got a HorizonBalancing without stabilization. It's pretty bad. But the light is pretty decent. It's very grey, but there's still enough light for the stabilization to smooth things out. If you're curious, just look at my YouTube live description where I have all the settings and things that I use. I have the balancing mode, stabilization I mean. I have my shutter speed, my frame rate. So depending where you are, you could go at 25 or 30. I live in New Zealand where we use the PAL format, PAL. So I have less flickering lights when I use 25 frames. Still happens though. Any digital smooth? Yeah. So it's all due to stabilization mode. Chest mount is also pretty smooth. I found it to be the smoothest way of holding my gear. And I would have worn it when I was in Seoul, but it's just too hot to wear. Too hot over there for that. Okay. Go into Starbucks. See what it's like in there for music and stuff. Then we'll grab a seat and I'll show you my gear. And I just need to point you guys down for a little bit. And do the tools, the customization. Hiya, good, thank you. I get a grande hazelnut latte, hot one.
Hazelnut latte. Anything else?
I've got a free customization.
Oh, sure, no worries. Just your voucher whenever you're ready.
That work? Again.
And still pay with app, right? Still pay with the card.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Actually, where is my iPhone here? Did I put?
Claire's grande caramel latte, thank you.
Just need to check. Oh, yeah, cool. Okay. Whoop. Yeah, that'll work. Fine. Where did I put my phone? Oops, wrong one. Okay. Firstly, cheese. Coffee. Coffee. Okay, so let's see. Action 4. Alright, so when you're doing wireless RTMP to Belabox, are you using a locking tool or is it too much desync? HBX, hello, how's it going? I think I might have an additional amount of lag on YouTube. Which one's further? Is it further behind, is it? Oh, it is, okay. But sometimes I'm sure that they, one is faster than the other. It's not always, they're never in sync completely, Let's see, so I'm just going back because I couldn't hear chat while I was in the other app. Oh yeah, so for me to use the locking tool, I would need the receiver plugged into the Belabox. I think I may have tried that one time, and then you need to add an amount of delay inside of the Belabox remote. So you can do it that way. But I think I found something was getting too hot. So what I prefer, based on my experience, is to have the Belabox with the least amount of stuff connected to it as possible. That way it would prevent any kind of overheating with the Belabox. So currently I have my my S23 Ultra plugged to it via USB-C. No, USB-A, what am I saying? No, maybe one time. I was at a conference last month, where I was playing out, but I think it had more to do with my Wi-Fi adapters. It was really confusing because up until that conference everything was fine, but I don't know, for whatever reason it started playing up there. Now the only thing I could think of was my bag was just too warm for the conference that I was in. So the conference was air conditioned and it was a decent temperature, but then with my bag, maybe the Belabox couldn't breathe, but I kept having connectivity issues. So I'll show you. This is my Bella. See? So with my Belabox, this is an Orange Pi-Fi Plus. We have two Wi-Fi adapters. So these are TP-Link. I don't think they're very good. So I've tried a couple of different types of TP-Link Wi-Fi adapters. And I think on that day they were overheating. I would touch them, no, super hot. Whoa, okay, pulled them out. Yeah, these are dual band TP-Link Wi-Fi adapters. So I can connect these to the Wi-Fi of a hotspot, like this phone. So today, for some reason, this phone wasn't connecting to the Belabox via the Wi-Fi. So, I just use this cable. How many cameras, if multiple, can be connected to the Belabox? Well, it only supports one camera. You would need a switcher of some kind. in order for you to be able to use multiple cameras. Yeah, it's a shame that they don't have that multiple camera support. But I think most of the encoders, they only have one input anyway. They'll have one input, maybe one output, or maybe two outputs. So yeah, this cable here, this is a USB-C, and it's connected to my 10,000, which is on 61%. So I calculated 10,000 with this should last about 5 to 7 hours. I had it connected to all this about an hour before I started streaming. Yeah. And then this cable, this is the power. It's the power, and then it's USB-A. This is the internet via USB of the Ultra. Cool. How's our audio? And then I have my 250 watt Anchor battery, which is on 94%. So it can last, based on what I have connected to it, another 24 hours. So I've got lots of battery in here. And this is currently powering the Action 4. I'll put that in there, put this one in here. Now, I don't think I need this cable. Have you tried M2 5G internal modes? M2? What is M2? When I think of M2, I think of Nighthawk M2. Oh, oops, wrong one, wrong cable. Go plug that in straight away. Is all your stuff loose in your bag? It is, yeah. Well, it is snug, so I'll show you. Can you see? So I've got little dividers here inside of my bag. So it's not loose, but it is. See, so that's held in place. Got a little divider here, one here for my battery bank. You see? So, battery bank here, held in place. Orange Pi is in here, got a space so I can breathe. And then another space down here for my Ultra. So, yes and no. That's what I mean. If that was the Jetson Nano, I'd be having a heart attack. I wouldn't like that anymore. Let's see, let's put that over here. Whoops. Okay. And that's what I had you on before. You can see my chest mount. Got a quick release. Oh, M.2. So what do you mean? M.2 5G modes. No, I haven't tried them. I tried internal modems on another thing, on another Jetson. Yeah. Ah, you separately power it? Yes. So you can connect Action 4 to the Belabox and use webcam mode, but then you're tethered. It always has to be plugged up. Try and speak like this. I think the audio will be a little bit better in a noisy place like this. Oh, sound was good. Oh, okay, well, that's good. That's our microphone. Yeah, so when I'm trying to recall, I did a live stream where I had the Action 4 connected directly to the Orange Pi. I think it was just too much power drain on one thing. When I keep it separately, I think it's better for the gear, especially the Nano. So whatever is your streaming device, it has its own independent power. I think that's the way to go about it. So the Action 4 currently running off its own power. Like internal mobile modem inside your Belabox. Yeah. So I played around with was it M.2? I played around with an internal modem with a Jetson Nano. And putting the modem some strictly to the board, less prone to overheating. Ah, okay, cool. I think it depends on the model too. I know of a friend in Aussie who bought a whole bunch of, I think they're M.2. And he's playing around with them with varying degrees of success. So I have to see what he's currently using. Small chips, they fine. Yep, got it. User 1910, hello. How does the setup compare to IRL Toolkit? Don't you think a web GUI helps? Well, IRL Toolkit, they have a whole bunch of services that you can use. And I guess it depends which one. I'm thinking you probably mean where everything is hosted in the cloud. So they have a couple of different services. They have a partnership with IRL Pro, which is free for you as a user, and it doesn't cost you any extra. And that's where you can bond with one other connection using IRL Pro. Or if you mean OBS in the cloud, they have one of those as well. Yeah, so basically I've got a web GUI. So that's my web GUI for what I'm currently using. They have little coloured buttons to control my stream. And I think it largely depends on what works for you. Now, if you're on a budget, like I currently am, then what I'm doing is a cost-effective way of IRL streaming. Because when you put everything in the cloud, it can be right up there in pricing. It can be like $100 a month. If that's within your budget, sweet. Because that actually benefits you in a lot of other ways, you know. And by the way, hello. Audio is actually pretty solid, thanks. Maybe turn on NC while you are in the area. Well, see the little yellow icon? Yeah, I think it's already on. Let's do a single press. That should be no noise cancellation. What do you reckon? I'm listening to the preview. There's quite a bit of delay there. No NC. I also got it where I had it before, just on my chest. One, two, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. One, two, check. Okay, noise cancellation should be on. Testing 1, 2, check. I think when you've got it connected to the Action 4 directly, it doesn't give you an option of which level of NC to choose. But when I was in the Memo app, with it connected to my phone, I last set it to, I think, standard or normal. I forget what they called it. But there are two modes, standard and then heavy or strong. I think it doesn't sound bad, so maybe it's on the standard. Because I get a lot of these noise cancellation things, they get pretty robotic when you enable them. I think from what I can tell, it sounds okay. Anyway, where were we? Hi Crab Cow, by the way. Hopefully you're good. With your mic mini, it just connects to the Action 4 directly. You don't need a receiver, right? Correct. So if you've got Action 4, you can connect one microphone, whether it be the mic mini or the mic 2, to the Action 4, using their technology called DJi Audio, or Osmo Audio. User 19T. Sup, brother? Talking more about the cloud ingest part. Call it here the GUI. Is it in Belabox? Cloud ingest part. So a lot of what I've done, you have to build it. Let's see, Belabox. What do they give you? So usually you have to pair Belabox Cloud with something else like NoElps, and then you'll have chat commands to control your stream. I use StreamerBot and LoopSRT. That's the combo of things I have with Belabox Cloud. StreamerBot, they have StreamerBot decks, and that is what you're looking at. So that's from StreamerBot, and you can have all these buttons to control your stream, which is fantastic for IRL streamers because you don't have it like an actual stream deck to press buttons and stuff while you're IRL. Yeah, that is the trade-off. Either you go with spend more, where the company like IRL Toolkit, they provide you with a GUI to start and stop your stream. You don't need your computer to be on when you're doing that. You have URLs and things, so they make it a lot easier for streamers. But it's just that costing for for some folks, So what I would recommend if you're just getting into this is to start small, see if IRL is even something that you could do long term, and if your audience enjoys it, and then if you start making a lot of money from it, that's where you can then look at something in the cloud or a partnership where maybe where you put the advertising on in your stream, and you don't have the monthly costs and stuff, things like that. I'm trying to build a budget setup too. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. I'm trying to make things smaller, easier to use. So the technology is there, but it's just a matter of making it easier, more user-friendly, that kind of thing, Good to know. It is single mic. This one is, so the Action 4 only supports one mic, but the Action 5 supports two. I've heard there are some issues with the 5. And there may be a 6 coming out. Also, the 4, there's a lot of specials going around. You can get it for pretty cheap. Like when I got my one, it was 380 New Zealand dollars, which is really, I think that's really cheap for an action camera. New Zealand dollars. So there are deals going out there. Big difference if you connect the mic directly to the Belabox. Well, then your audio isn't in sync, Yeah, same. That's what I've heard as well. Too many issues with it, which is a shame, because I like the longer battery life. I like that you can have more mics and everything. Did you get a 4 or 5? Yeah, I'm trying to recall when I did have them separately. I think it was okay. I just think when the mic isn't going through the camera, it can drift. Like, it'll be in sync at first, but then it might go out of sync. Then maybe if you jiggle something in the code or your stream, then it might resync. I got the 4 Adventure bundle. Sweet. They got 3 batteries and the action sticks. Nice. Yeah, my one when I was on special, it was just the base standard version. But fortunately, I already had quite a few things already. Like I bought a action camera accessory kit ages ago, but used it with my phone. So I could use a lot of those bits and bobs with the Action 4. I don't have the extra batteries, and I've been okay with the one. I've noticed that the Action 4 can get warm, but I don't think the Action 4 is overheated on me. Even when I was in Seoul, where the temperatures were above 32 degrees Celsius. I love coffee, especially after the rain and the walk. Perfect. Yeah, I'm thinking there have been times where the connection hasn't been the greatest, and maybe that had something to do with the battery or the Action 4 getting too warm, you know. Oh, yeah. No. There he is, the bro DJ Reminisce. How's it going, my bro? Checking the bit rate, looking good. On the single connection still. Weather is pretty bad. And the Discord, okay. My bro. Let's see. HPX. Going to use it. So you were going to use it in UVC mode. Yeah, I've done that. I like wireless. Like how I've got my camera set up now. I don't have to worry about a cable. But I do have to worry about power. With the Lark M2. Lark M2 is a great mic. Have I used that with... I think when I had it hooked up, a wireless mic to the Belabox, it was the Mic Mini, and it was okay. It's just, yeah, too many things plugged into the Belabox. I noticed things were starting to get too warm or too hot, or the power. Those are things I had to be mindful of. Whereas now, I don't really have to worry about it so much. Because all I've got plugged into the... Yeah. So we have the S23 Ultra plugged via USB-C into the Belabox. Now, I'm thinking it's probably fast charging. Oh yeah, that's pretty warm. Pretty warm. I'm going to see if I can connect it. Okay, give it a second. There. We might disconnect. A single connection for the web. Ah, okay. We go to, is that the shotgun mic? Error connecting to network. Move closer, try. What? Okay, close. Oh, it's already connected. Okay, so one of my Wi-Fi adapters are already connected. Oh, actually, it's not even using USB mode. So I can unplug this. So that is our Belabox. So it looks like. Welcome back to another video in a series all about IRL live streaming. Today I'm going to expand on the lessons in the last video where I showed you how to set up StreamBot and control OBS with a few chat commands. This time we're going to place the chat commands with an IRL stream deck. I don't know about you, but I find it a lot easier to tap a button than trying to remember and type the correct command for this or that. Firstly, I'm going to assume you've seen my other videos, so you'll have the same OBS and StreamBot settings that I do. If not, I think you'll be able to follow along, otherwise you can check them out after watching this video in full. Also, based on what we've covered, I'm going to show you how to set up an IRL stream deck that can do the following. Start and stop streaming in OBS, switch to the starting soon, cam 1 privacy and any soon scenes in OBS, and activate a channel point redemption. That should cover the basics of what you need to get started and the knowledge to take it further. Let's go. Open StreamBot and navigate to this tab along the top for integrations and the StreamBot website. Log in to authorize the StreamBot app and website with your Discord account. In a browser window, open the StreamBot website, navigate to the purple button along the top right to sign in with your Discord. After you've logged in, there'll be a new drop-down menu. From the list, select Decks, create a new deck and tap on the new one top left to make changes. The next step is to connect the new deck to the StreamBot app. Then go to Deck Options or this cogwheel button along the top right. A dialog box should open on the General tab where you can set Remote Connect to enabled, then save. The info along the top should change from a disconnected red icon to a green connected icon. If it's still disconnected, go back to the StreamBot app, then this tab along the top for Servers, Clients. Set Auto Start to enabled, and then Start Server. If it hasn't connected by itself, open the cogwheel, double check Remote Connect is set to enabled, then save. And you should now have access to all the actions you made from last time. So let's add a button to replace the chat command we used to change scenes in OBS to the starting soon scene, which was !starting. Tap on the plus icon in any of these empty squares. A dialog box for edit items should open on the General tab. For the button type, leave it on Action. For action, you can look for an action in StreamBot or start typing the name of one like Start. Below the General tab along the side, you'll find another one for Button's Appearance. For text, type Start. For background color, tap on the text to bring up a color picker, then tap on the text again to apply the changes. Hopefully they'll fix this because there's a bit of a glitch. Ideally, you'd simply paste a new color without opening the color picker. Text color is pretty self-explanatory, and for icon, this link here opens a new browser tab where you can search and use an icon for your button. Simply copy the icon name and paste the link into the text field. And that should do for this button, so tap on Save to close the dialog. For now there's too many buttons, and we can change that with the cogwheel along the top. For General, change the name to something meaningful like IRL Live. For scaling, change columns to 3. For styles, background color affects the launched version of your deck page. You can change that here. Grid gap and padding affects the space between buttons and the entire grid. But the default values are fine, so you can leave these as is. For security, you can make one of these available to everyone or leave it on private, which is what I recommend. And for user access, you can make a separate version of your IRL stream deck for mods and people you trust to control parts of your live stream like triggering alerts, muting music in OBS while you're talking, and more. Just add their full Discord username with discriminated like in this example right over here. But be careful with this one because with great power comes great responsibility. Save and close and you're almost done. Repeat the steps from earlier to add buttons to change the cam 1, privacy and any soon scenes in OBS. And repeat for the alert example redemption we set up from last time. This was all made easier because we did all the groundwork from creating the actions and chat commands to be used as buttons on an IRL stream deck. You can use one or the other, whatever works for you. The next step is to add your IRL stream deck to a T-Test chat support app like this one right over here. An app like this one pulls all your Welcome back, welcome back. So if you're wondering what happened there, I accidentally pulled the power plug out of the USB-C port on the Belabox. So I guess for the next version of my case, if I don't go back to the other one that I liked, I would need a sort of cable holder to make sure it doesn't pop out as easy as it did. And that's why things like the grip it are so good. Let's see. Omni mic like yours, you could connect a lavalier to it. Oh, okay, good, got it. A preview of your stream, activity feed and more. So make sure you check that one out, or maybe this other video YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. And remember to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, because no one eats the eggplant, okay? Hi everyone, welcome to the third video in the series where we'll be covering everything you need to know about IRL live streaming. Today we're going to look at video and how it works in terms of IRL and live streaming as a whole. We'll be covering topics like video codecs, transport protocols, bandwidth, and how they affect each other. These are important topics that will affect you regardless of what kind of live streaming you do. Let's start with a broad overview of how every live streamer sends their videos somewhere else, whether that's a middleman service or streaming platform. It's basically the same for both. And if you see my last video, we're covering lots of new concepts in this one. Okay, all live streamers have these four components in common: a camera, a way to capture the video, a video encoder, and a way to send the video over the internet. For example, someone who live streams from home with their computer might have a mirrorless camera, an Elgato capture card, or a webcam that does both. They might stream with OBS Studio, where you can change the video encoder settings, and then connect it to the internet with a cable, and definitely not Wi-Fi. An IRL live streamer has the exact same core parts. Their IRL gear is basically a mobile computer. For example, an IRL backpack might have a Sony AS300, Elgato capture card, Belabox, and a Nighthawk. And all I need for my phone is an app like IRL Pro. Same core parts. Most of the parts are pretty straightforward, so let's look a bit further at what the video encoder does in all this, which is to render and encode the original raw video into a smaller one. There's more to it which we'll get into. Now, rendering is usually a separate thing, but for IRL, it's kind of lumped together with encoding. Rendering can be described as combining all the visual and audible elements to create a video. For Belabox, that would be the video and audio from the Sony, but can also be an overlay that shows dynamic bitrate information. The Belabox combines or renders all these elements and passes them to the encoder, which is also a part of the Belabox hardware and software. Encoding can be described as the process of compressing that rendered video into something smaller called a video codec. Some common examples include H.264 and H.265, which is a setting you'll find in every live streaming app, whether that's OBS or IRL Pro. The difference between these codecs is in efficiency, as the newer technology, H.265, can save up to 50% in bitrate information, which is better for bandwidth and storage space. For example, in a previous video I switched from using H.264 to H.265 in this mobile app, and the BMR went down from 3000 to 1500. Similar results, less bandwidth needed, better for the live stream. Keep in mind your IRL gear and middleman services, if you have one, are both rendering and encoding two versions of the same thing. For example, the Belabox is rendering and encoding an IRL broadcast with an overlay showing bitrate information. It's delivered to a middleman service called Belabox Cloud and can then be relayed to a home PC with OBS installed. OBS can render the same video with its own overlays, then encode it again for sending to the streaming platform. method of your live stream video, which is called a video streaming transport protocol or protocol. Some common examples for IRL are RTMP and SRT. Basically, it makes the video watchable on the receiver's end with as little disruption as possible. RTMP is what most streaming platforms allow when you stream to them directly, with SRT becoming an emerging favorite for IRL and what we'll be using in this series of videos. I think it's important to know the difference between the two, so let's bring everything together with the analogy of a delivery service. Think of your IRL video as a huge order that can only be sent in smaller packets. The encoder makes what would have been decent sized packets to even smaller ones. Protocol is like a courier van that picks up take the most direct route, which won't necessarily the packets get lost on the way, while SRT will try to find the most efficient route possible and has a mechanism for handling lost or late packets. There's more to both, but that's a rabbit hole I'll leave for you to explore on your own. Finally, we're going to pretend your internet bandwidth is like a cartoon road that continually changes its width to wide and narrow. Initially, the road might be fine for our proverbial delivery vans, but any of them can be lost if the road gets too small or cuts off completely. Let's bring things back with a real-world example. Let's say you wanted to live stream directly to Twitch from your home computer using OBS. You look up the Twitch website where they currently only support streaming to them using RTMP, and RTMP only works with H.264. In OBS, you pop these into the video encoder settings and you're good to go. Both RTMP and H.264 are solid. They've been around forever, and since you're streaming directly to Twitch from your home internet, you've got a pretty reliable connection. Think of it as a massive road for the delivery of your video packets, with the width of the road barely changing. Take this same example and apply it to one of the apps I mentioned earlier on a mobile phone. The difference is the road will be a lot smaller with the width all over the place. It might be fine 1 second, then completely dead the next. RTMP and H.264 will take the most direct route and will do fine most of the time. And this is one of the reasons why you want to leverage the power of a middleman service like a computer at home. Your mobile phone can broadcast your video using H.265 and SRT to your home computer in what should be the most efficient way possible. Of course, you can always mix things up, like H.264 and SRT to your home computer, and from there OBS can render, encode, and send what Twitch needs. Hopefully this is starting to make sense, but we'll call it there for now. You know what to do. Watch this video 3 more times, then do the thing and the other thing. Any questions, pop them in the comments, but for now, I'll see you next time. If you see my other videos and thought this is cool, but I just want a simple, easy way to do it in real life live streams, then this is the video for you. Today I'm going to share with you a stripped down version of what I'd use when all else fails. You'll have a pretty decent IRL live streaming setup with some of the must-have features I talk about for IRL live streaming, like disconnect protection. Keep in mind, if this could do everything I wanted for IRL, I'd be doing it all the time. So there's a reason why I have those other videos. More on that later. Okay, with that out of the way, you're going to need these 5 things. A decent Android or iPhone with good video, audio and stabilization, a selfie stick or tripod, a battery bank and cable to keep your phone charged, and maybe a wireless mic like this one. Also an unlimited mobile data plan, or enough for 1 GB of data for every hour that you live stream. And that's your IRL live streaming gear in a nutshell. Next up, download Streamlabs Mobile from Google Google Play or the App Store. We're going with this app because it's available for iPhone and Android and does most of... Hello? Hello? Okay, so I guess for myself, and maybe if you're curious about what happened there, the other day I changed or renamed, I think the scene or the RTMP, I forget which one, that retrieves the video to be displayed on the scene inside of Moblin. And when you do that, it can actually mess with the microphone and the video and stuff. Oh, I know. I need to do something. My RTMP server, that was called S23, and the microphone was on the old one, which was SL23. So I noticed that I had the typo in there, changed it from SL23 to S23, but then it broke some of the stuff. So Moblin was working with the old info for the microphone rather than the new info. Yeah. Anyway, seems to be sorted now. But yeah, this is the difference using Moblin versus what we had before, which was the Belabox. I'm hearing some audio glitches coming through. It's a little more intermittent. From what I can tell, the RTMP looks fine. We're at 6 megabits per second, and we're getting that. And then for the Belabox stream, I set that to 5 megabits per second, and that seems okay for now as well. Yeah, I'll show you. Is it cutting in and out, or is it just my preview that's doing that? But I guess the switch from using the Belabox to Moblin, that can be part of the title for today's stream, and that was, Moblin or Belabox. So we were on Belabox before, we're now on Moblin. Audio is good, okay. So I think it's just a little preview here, so that's good. Thank you. Maybe my resolution's too high, so I will try. It's on auto, so I'll just change it to 160p. Okay, right, cool. Now, I'll show you one of the reasons why I really like Moblin. So firstly, I can do a screen share. Or can I? I had to create a new scene, which probably doesn't have the screen share thing in it. So, no, it doesn't. Okay, right, so we're going to add a screen share. Position 0, maybe? 0. Oh, right. And then the Y position, I think there was 3. Okay, we'll try this. giving it a go. Screen sharing, Moblin, start broadcast. Now, what's it going to look like? Nothing. Okay, try that again. So scenes, A4, screen share. .7, 69, 92.8, 69, 92.8. And 3.7, I think. Do we have it? Nope. Okay, let's try again. Alright, widget have to enable it. Okay, there we go. Sweet. Okay. Oh, bitrate really low. Up and down, 2.63. Okay, all right. So, firstly, you can screen share, like what you can see right now. And this is still within Moblin. I can show you things like actually, I just need to turn off the widget for a sec. Okay, that's okay. All right. Ready? Okay. Moblin, by the way, has a couple of updates. I'm on the latest one. I really like that I can see inside the chat where a message is coming from, whether it's coming from YouTube or if it's coming from Twitch or Kick. So it's just really nice to be able to see that. So this is really beneficial for you as a streamer. So I can see the messages from the YouTube there. So Andreas, hello. And you can see just below that, we can see the relayed message I had before. So I could probably exclude some of these now from being read out to me. So I'm going to have to rethink my chat. Yeah, so if you mean being able to see inside of OBS, I use this a lot. It's really useful for me to see if I'm actually streaming to OBS. So that's a little snapshot of what's happening inside of OBS right now. And then from here you can also start and stop your stream, start recording, stop recording. All you have to do is add inside of OBS, so you don't have to be up on PC to be able to do that. Hello from YouTube. So let's see. I still think it's useful for you guys to be able to see the relayed messages. But for me, I'm actually getting some double up. So I could go into settings, chat, and then filters, and then I could add a filter for maybe clip create spot. And then, so I wanted to show on screen, but I don't want it to read out to me. I don't think we had that option before in the previous version. Yes, I still want to see those messages because there's some things that Cliff Creates bot puts into the chat that I need to see as a streamer. Andreas, all good, no worries. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, catch you later. One thing I noticed is I didn't have to retrieve the, what is it? The video ID for YouTube chat. So if I go to thing, chat, streaming platforms, YouTube. Yeah, it retrieved it for me. I didn't have to grab it. Yeah, that's real nice. So these little updates that they've done, so good. In fact, it makes me not even need to use IRL link anymore. That's what I liked about that. I suppose I have browser tabs, which I don't have inside of Moblin. I only have access to one browser link, which probably doesn't even work. Yeah, it's not going to work. I'll need to update that. Activity feed, stream deck, so Twitch specific things, and then Kick specific things. So those are still pretty useful. I'm just looking at IRL link. Swipe out for a little bit, delete that. Okay, so if I go back to IRL link, so in here you've got direct access to shortcuts like follow only mode, subscribe only mode, emote only mode, slow mode. You got a channel QR code if you want to share that with other people as a streamer. You can see a preview of your stream. And then you can add as many sort of browser tabs you want. But I think, for the most part, I can do almost everything inside of Moblin. Yeah. I just wish they could add more browser tabs. Okay. were there any other updates? I think a lot of the main ones was, for example, the platforms, icons, really like that. IRL link. I really liked IRL chat because it could run in the background. The app didn't need to be open for you to be able to hear the TTS. Although I think the TTS still works in Moblin when I turn the screen off. But I think the developer behind IRL chat stopped working on it and it got pulled from the marketplace. That's just a guess. But it had been a while since there was an update and it was just gone. But yeah, it was a really good app, but one of the other issues was that it was only available on Android. So if you had an iPhone, you couldn't use it. And that's one of the great things about IRL Link, is it's available for both, but for the longest time. I don't know if they could get it to work, but it just wasn't, it didn't have that run in the background thing. Well, that pretty much abandoned it. Great app. IRL Link does a lot of what it could do. So, yeah. Yeah, so basically, it looks a lot like IRL chat. You got the split screen, a way to preview your stream, which IRL chat didn't have. So I could preview it, I could add browser tabs along the top. Activity feed, I don't think that's going to work now. Got some links in the chat if you did want to join us on the Discord. So it feels a little warm, but it's not too bad. I can see that little yellow fire icon. It probably has to do with the charging. Yeah, I can feel it. What can help is to turn off your screen, so that can help, because the screen really does contribute to your phone overheating. Now this is only possible when you're using Moblin with the Action 4 or an external camera. Mitch, chur. Yeah, the glitching thing is very much a Moblin thing, I've noticed. Well, you know, your phones are doing quite a bit of stuff. So I think a part of that was the screen sharing. If you're just doing too much with your phone, screen sharing can do it. Oh, I wonder if I'm using H.264, H.265. Camera in the settings, video. So on 1080p, 25 FPS, 5. So as a codec, H.265 is more efficient, but it also uses more resources than H.264. So if you're having issues, that's one thing that can help. is you just change your codec to H.264. It's one of the trade-offs you have to do, you know. Team again. What's in my battery? Well, on 66%. I don't think I want to pull out the charging cable just yet. I wanted to get to 80% before I do that. So we'll take the case off. Prime Day. And the table here, it looks like a sort of marble. So maybe it'll cool my phone down a little if I pop it on there. So we'll do the double whammy. We'll unplug, we'll turn the phone off, and we'll have it on the table. See if that helps. Now, for me as a streamer, I can still hear my preview. That's still working. And TTS is still working too. I have to use my other phone to see what's happening. IRL cooler, yeah. Nom nom nom. Oh, eating butter chicken. Oh yeah. That's good winter weather food. I do have a phone cooler fan thing currently at home. So we have to do the IRL tricks. Is that a YouTube message? One SIM card game. Yeah, we're on one SIM card. I still haven't got a replacement for my other SIM that I lost in Shanghai. I'll try and get onto that this weekend. Tips and tricks. Yeah. So what do you reckon? How long will it take? Try and blow the phone cooler. Doesn't feel much cooler, I'm afraid. Alright, well, phone back in the case because I need to attach it to my lanyard. I can still hear the preview and I can still hear the TTS. Hey, worth a try. Okay, let's pop you guys back on the chest mount. So I've got that under here. Go back to POV. And then I'm going to pop the iPhone back on the charge. We're still on yellow. Oh no, it just dropped to white. On a white fire icon now. Plugging the power back in, it might change to yellow straight away. That one, on the white. You see, just below A4 there's a fight wire icon, white. Make a video. Okay. There's our lightsaber tripod. Pop that in the bag. Hotspot. Oi. Check I haven't left anything. How's the weather outside? Oops. Yeah. Not much better. Okay, earlier we were on the Belabox, now on the Moblin setup. So this weather's good for photos, with the puddles and everything. How does the stream work? It looks alright on my phone. When I look at the preview, it looks okay. Our bit rate appears to be back to 5. Yeah, I know, right? What was it, 7 o'clock? Oh, I know. I'm actually going to add my own username to the don't read out to via TTS. So settings, chat, filters, and then add username, Cliff creates, Cliff create. Cool. Show on screen. So yes, but no text to speech. Very cool. Could someone type something in chat, please, on Twitch and YouTube? Okay. Char. Alright. So for me, they just said mid-mat 4D chair. You can see that mid-mat's message came from Twitch. DJ Remnants, kia ora. Alright, cool. I can see the platform icon that is from Twitch, so that's good. Anyone on YouTube? Don't be shy. Or Kick, you guys are a bit quiet today. Where's Flamey on? Where are Flamey on? So we just need a message, a couple of messages from YouTube and Kick folks. I want to see, or I'm curious whether I'm going to hear those messages. Yoza. Right, fantastic. So I heard that one. See the platform icon, DJ Remnants, Yoza. And I got my relayed message, which is from StreamerBot. That's what I'm looking for. Right. I don't know, do I even need relays anymore? Yo, from Kick, fantastic. This is so good. It's a somewhat simple update, at least this part of the latest Moblin update, where it includes the platform icons. But I think what they did with the YouTube part as well, like I didn't need to grab that video ID. So maybe they put like an auto retrieve if you're live. I don't know, not sure. I can't be using the previous one because when I use Restream, it creates a brand new stream every time, so the video ID should be different. Home sweet home. I quite like the rainy vibes though, all the reflections. Something. Oh, should I try a photo with my phone? I'll try a phone photo, because I don't need the M2 to do that. Oh man. Harmonix, let's see. Is the biggest benefit of the relay server that the home fiber connections had more bandwidth to support multi-streaming to multiple platforms? Well, let's see. If we're talking about let's say Belabox, for example. Belabox supports SRTLA, and with their relay server, you can bond multiple connections. So you can strengthen your upload speeds from 1 to 2, 3, 4, or 5, as many as you have. And with Moblin, which works with Moblin, up to 16, I believe. Let's try. Oh yeah, it looks good. Listening to my preview, it sounds like my connection's struggling a little bit. That could be my preview. Those where having an extra connection would help. Oh, is this even going to work? Oh, well, I guess we'll find out. I'm going to find out if this photo is going to pop up on stream or not. Might still have that queuing issue. Oh, today's first photo, sweet. Is the iPhone warm? No, not at all. Got a white icon now. You see in the bottom right hand corner at our fire icon, just a white colour, and the phone itself is not warm at all. Yeah, so what I really like about Belabox Cloud as a relay server is they make it really easy to connect your phone, for example, because it's just a URL. Oh man, a bit windy. I think that wind, there was an Onehunga earlier that's come this way. There goes MC Baggins. He sent us his bad weather. Whoa! What? Go fly. Stand over here. I should bring that adapter, those lens adapters I bought ages ago, if I'm going to be using my phone to take photos. What? right now we're very mobile. So a couple of things it does that the others don't do, like not reading out emojis. Oh, actually, can someone try that? If you're on Kick or if you're on YouTube, can you just pop some emojis into the chat? There's an old fave. Oh, it looks great. So this little lane looks perfect in yucky weather. Alright. Wind. Right, so I didn't hear that one on YouTube. Let's see. It looks so ugly in Twitch chat when that's relayed over. Whoa. What about a Kick? Oh boy. Ooh. Yeah, I think YouTube has its own delay. How much difference is there? Is it like 4 seconds? Or... Quick messages are not related to Twitch. What I'm using at the moment is StreamerBot, but StreamerBot says that the Kick API isn't ready for it. So I'm just curious about what I hear, if it's going to read out the emojis. Great, yeah, so just YouTube and Twitch. They're supported in StreamerBot, but not Kick as of now. There are alternatives, which I might be looking at now. Might be looking at some of those. There's one called Streamer Ninja, I think it's called. A couple of guys told me about it, but it didn't work with my relay. But I mean, I might not need the relay anymore. I don't know. Have to toss things up about that. Alright, so I see the messages on my phone. Thank you, my bro. DJ Reminisce. Hey fam, let's go, let's go, let's go. Man. So YouTube stream is 7 seconds more behind your Twitch stream. Huh. Okay. I'll have a look. So I know they've got a latency setting, which I think mine is set to normal, and they also have a chat delay, which might be, I might have that in there to catch out any spam. Oh boy. Whoa. 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 It's kind of like a windproof umbrella that I have. Still. Stand over here. Get out of the wind. Okay, alright. More behind Twitch stream. So you're curious at in Twitch TOS. Wasn't there a big stink of a student getting banned for this recently? Yeah, especially Nutty had a video on it. So in his video he talked about getting banned. He was banned for 1 day, but I think his theory is that he was asking people to gift him on TikTok. So I think his takeaway was that that was probably the issue. Because they want people spending money on Twitch, of course. You know? But he doesn't really know, that's the thing. It's just guess because they're not really transparent about why people are being banned. But basically, yeah, you're not allowed to. That's why I don't have platform icons on my one. Whereas before it used to show Twitch, YouTube, etc. So I can kind of say, but they don't know my implementation. But I could say that those messages are coming from my bot, and my bot is on Twitch. Like my overlay is custom built. That's how I've made it from scratch. And what I've done on the other platforms is I've turned up the moderation settings real high. So I don't want bad language or any, extreme politics or anything that controversial in my streams. My streams is about good vibes, Good vibes and IRL photography. That's it. That's all I want to chat about. But it is your channel, how you wish to use it. Like I could just not show it on screen, and then it kind of solves things, and it would make my stream a little cleaner too, And if it comes to that, then yeah, I probably will have to do something like that. I'm just glad, like for myself, I haven't been banned. I think I'm a small fry in the grand scheme of things. So, I mean, the reason why I have it is for your guys' benefit, so you know who I'm talking to. For me as a streamer, being able to see the chat, so see that chat and Moblin, that screen share I have, that's really important. So it's just one place I need to look at to know what's happening on Twitch, Kick and YouTube. So as long as I've got that, that's the main thing. Yeah, so worst case scenario, I could just have a little thing, a little graphic that says reading chat on Twitch, Kick and YouTube. How much I can do about that. Yeah, anyway, we've done a great big walk around Auckland City. I started from here and then I walked up Albert Street towards Sky City. That's where my stream started. We were at Sky City, had a look at some of the neon lights that are over there, and then we walked up Hobson Street, Pitt Street, Karangahape Road, down Queen Street, stopped into Starbucks, and then this is one of the places where I start and stop my streams here in Belabox and Commercial Bay.
Yeah. And I'm fine.
Hope you enjoyed the stream today. I think we're going to wrap up there. Been a good one. See if my stream deck's going to work. No. Try and log in. Alright, so logging in. Decks. Okay. My stream deck. Right, sweet. Mit. All good, no worries. When are you streaming next, Mit? Are you streaming today? Are you streaming now? And HPX, thank you for popping in for the chat. All good. I'm gonna bump up the number of days that I stream. So I thought about going back to 1 day a week, which would be my Friday from 2 PM New Zealand Standard Time. Cheer, bro, cheer. But I really need to get out more than just being at home behind my computer all day, that kind of thing. And it just it kind of forces me to get out there when I live stream. So at the moment, I'm thinking it could be in the weekends, like one, or maybe go back to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I don't know, not sure. Either way, make sure that you're following, you're subscribed on my YouTube. Where I'll be talking about setups like I have today with Moblin, with Action 4, with Belabox. Moblin updates, all sorts. I got a whole bunch of ideas of videos to make. I just need to get to them. I'm just a little out of practice. Hello. What was that? I think I heard something drop. Hopefully it wasn't. Alright. Wasn't me. Sounded like one of my tripods when I dropped one of them. Let's see. A bit better. So 5 megabits, 6.5, 5. Our single SIM seems to be doing okay. Yeah. Might be okay with one SIM. Might save me $40 a month. Might be. Oh, although I can't do photos with my photography camera. Anyway, I'll tap the button. That'll wrap up the stream. How late is it? Time should be in the top right hand corner. Single SIM gang. Yeah, I know, right? It is 6:30 PM in the evening for me here in Down Underland. Looks a lot later than that. Well, 6:20. That's what it says for me. Time and the location, correct, yeah. It should have all that in the top right hand corner. I'm looking at my preview, it's tiny for me, so I can't quite tell if it's correct. But it should say 6:27 PM, Auckland, and the temperature. And it's going to swap those out every couple of seconds. Weather. Oh, what happened there? Oh, wrong button. And other wrong button. Let's wait for it to change. Yeah. So the way I set it up, I think it's about every 20 seconds for the info on the top right, and the info on the left is about every 10 seconds. Because they don't really change that much, you know. But yeah, the temperature and file location is not going to really change at all, not in 20 seconds. So it is currently the way I've got it working. Hey, did my button not work? Let's try that again. Oh no, it locked out. Streamer bot. What did you do with your streamer bot deck? Doesn't stay logged in. DX. Version 1. Okay, let's try this again. Button. There we go. Alright. Button has been tapped. We're wrapping up there. Rico, robot, done autocorrect. Let's see, made me think of the old Westwood movie. A video effect for Yul Brynner's Rico POV. Oh. Oh, you mean the pixelated vision. Yeah, that's a filter and Moblin. I've got it as a button that I can tap. So, but. Anyway, should we wrap up there? Yeah, thank you everyone for joining me in chat. We had the bro DJ Reminisce, Mitzi, Matt, the Professor, or Mitzi Dragon. Who else? Almanox. Also had HPX and others. Hope you have a great weekend. I will see you next time I stream. Keep an eye out on the notifications. Otherwise, let's head on out.